Someone did a post the other day and said that Southern Charm is in its flop era, while Southern Hospitality is killing it. Well, talk about my good friend Lou in episode one, and yeah, it's gonna do well. And the thing that said Southern Charm is in the flop area, Southern Hospitality is killing it. Paige liked it. Everyone's reading so much into this. Listen, have you ever done that where someone does? Now, I'm pretty careful usually about this, but have you ever like read something and half of it you don't agree with and the other half you do and you just like it and you're quickly doing this and then you're like, oh shit, I agree with the second half, but not the first half. I don't think just because Paige liked this, it means that she's truly shading Craig, but maybe. Apparently, just a few days or a day before on her podcast, she spoke out and said, Marcelo Hernandez was getting tons of DMs that said, fuck you, we hate you if you're the reason, because there was the rumor that she cheated with this guy, which I personally don't think is true. I thought Melissa was in the back seat. She kissed Nick. I'm still convinced that happened. I don't think Paige cheated on Craig. That's just my opinion. You could agree, you could disagree. My opinion, going with it. Kyle and Morgan, I don't know. That's a whole nother. Morgan, go to the corner. We don't need you here right now. We'll bring you out. You'll come here when Sarah's here. That Morgan Wade, she's got a big crush on Sarah. But I don't think Craig cheated. But she said Marcello was getting DMs that said, fuck you, I hate you if you're the reason. And he sent these to Paige, and Paige said, I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. I mean, can you imagine being in the middle of this and you're like a Saturday Night Live guy and you're like, what the hell is Southern Charm? I mean, although we had Alex Rodriguez, I mean, this Southern Charm, man, it brings people in. But anyway, she said that she was very upset, but she said, no one, it was so embarrassing when all this was happening. And she said, no one involved was defending me, which I found interesting. So she's referring to the rumor that she cheated on Craig with this guy, Marcello. And she is saying that no one involved was defending her, which she found interesting. Now, there's only three people involved: Paige, Craig, and this guy, Marcello. So she's implying, this certainly implies, not that no one was defending her, no one involved was defending her. Well, that does certainly imply Craig now, doesn't it? Um, and she says she completely stands by her decision. She just needed more space. When you're in a relationship and it's everything and there's no space, it just doesn't work. I mean, her goals are her career, her friends, and her mental health. Girl, this Page disorder. I'm telling you, we should be. I mean, I'm in LA, but we should be hitting the town together, Paige. I mean, all I care about is my career and my mental health and my friends and family too. I mean, I also care about money. I mean, I love money. Speaking of money, we're gonna have to do a thing on Bethany Frankel because she just went on a rant about you better pay her. You want Bethany to show up for work, and you better pay her. She only works for money. Well, let me tell you something. I love this Bethany Frankel. We have a lot in common these days. Between her and Lala, I'm agreeing with a lot of things, but I'm kind of with you, Paige. I only care about my career and money and mental health and my friends. Does anyone want to date me where we don't have to spend 24 hours together? So many marriages are like that. Why can't I find someone that really enjoys my company and vice versa, that we just don't have to spend every waking minute together? I'll be there for you. And I don't even mind spending a lot of time together, but shh, sometimes silent time, less is more. Be comfortable with the silence. We don't have to be talking all the time. That goes the same for anyone that wants to be friends with me. But she was also just seen at an NFL game Page with Joe DeMello. And so who knows? I think Paige is just going to be in her let's have a great time phase. And she's going to just be dating guys and just living a single life. And yeah, this I understand people are mad at her. Again, you won't be mad because Craig is gonna find someone and fall in love, and they're gonna want a white picket fence, and they're gonna get married. Naomi Olindo, Craig, go back and revisit Naomi. I'm seeing it. I feel it. I feel it. I don't know why. I'm open to other suggestions, guys, but I feel it. And I don't know if Craig should go and date another Bravo celebrity that doesn't live in his location. Dorit has spoken out about PK. Are they going to get a divorce? Does Dorit want a divorce? Dorit said she's in a very it's a difficult situation because she doesn't know what PK wants when he went to therapy and they get in a fight and he throws around the D word, I want a divorce. And she said she's trying to separate when PK is angry and says this versus what he really feels and really wants. Well, I love PK and I love Dorit. So let me just be very clear about that. There's no shade to PK or Dorit because I am a fan of both of them. Do me a solid. I will always go back to the Boy George concert that I just went to earlier. Well, I was going to say earlier this year. Actually, it was last year. PK did not have to do any of the things he did for me, and I didn't ask for them. So I like PK. I think he's a nice guy. It's not just what you can do for me. I think he's a nice guy. Sorry, your cover's blown, dude. But Dorit, in a way, that's great. But you should ask yourself also, Dorit, what does Dorit want? Because you have no problem telling Kyle and Garcelle, oh, she is just gonna give it to Garcelle this week. Tonight. So I think she's having a great season. So what do you want? I don't think you should, play a damsel in distress. And let's not set the women's movement back here, girl. Like, what do you want? We're from the same high school, girl. We know how to speak up. Speak up. But she's not, she doesn't want to set in motion. She's trying to figure out what PK wants. She doesn't want to go and file for divorce because then she's going to set this whole drama thing in motion. I understand divorce is tough and I understand not wanting one, but girl, what do you want? I mean, it took Paige a minute to break up with Craig. Yeah, I think Paige probably wanted, always knew that this wasn't going to last. It's hard if you know it's not going to last and you're having fun. I don't blame Paige. I'm really being very generous today to everyone. Even Teresa, but Teresa is really in I mean, look, the most out of touch reality star from Housewives, who is just out of touch with who they are as a human being. Clearly, number one is Victoria Gunvalson, not Luann's daughter. Victoria Gunvalson. I mean, she thinks that she is a good Christian woman with morals and just she doesn't realize. So, but Teresa, with statements like you just made, girl, you are a close second. But let's be positive. What else? So I don't know, Dorit. Dorit is trying to figure out what PK wants, but what does Dorit want? Are they going to cancel Roni after this season? I mean, go right ahead. Uba is saying that Bryn slept with someone to get the job. Great. Uba saying Naomi and Tyra wish they were her, and these two really fucking hate each other. I'm okay if they cancel Roni. I mean, please cancel it. I love you all. I love you all. Let's have some fun together this year. That's our little wrap up. Love you guys. Yeah, there you go. Will New Jersey be back? I'm okay if it's not.